All right, guys, we got here the 2021 Specialized Tarmac S-Works SL7, size 54, Dura-Ace Di2, Revolve Rapide CLX wheels, 15 pounds, 1 ounce, 6.82 kilos. Coming up next is the Emonda. Stay tuned after the videos to hear the free buy sound test of both bikes. All right, guys, 2021 Trek Emonda in the SLR 800, size 54, weighs in at 15 pounds, 11 ounces, kilos, 7.11 kilos. Thank you, guys. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be comparing the two bikes, the Specialized Tarmac SL7 2021 and the brand new Trek Emonda 2021. Going to kind of do a pros and cons list of both bikes, kind of go over both of them. I know that this is an S-Works bike with full Dura-Ace components, and that one has SRAM Force in there, but they're pretty evenly matched. Price point's a little bit different, but I'll get into that. So, starting off with the Tarmac SL7. This is their complete build as is. It's a Dura-Ace Di2 model. This guy changed out his stem already to 120 millimeter. We cut down some spacers on there, and we changed out the crank to a Dura-Ace dual-sided Di2 power meter, which is bigger chain rings on there. Everything else is stock. The tires are stock. The wheels are stock. Everything else is stock about it. But this one retails for $12,300, whereas the Emonda, this one is a Project 1. Yes, it's coming with SRAM Force on there with no power meter, but it's coming with their Bontrager XXX 4 wheels. So they're tubeless ready. They're pretty lightweight. They have the same internal hubs almost. So I think they're similar. Like, these are DT 240s. These are not ceramic. These are not ceramic. But $9,400. This one weighs in at 15 pounds, 11 ounces, I believe, and this one weighs in at 15 pounds, 1 ounce, and they're both the same size. So pretty nice, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, you really can't complain on the price and size on there. But I'm gonna go ahead with the bike on the Tarmac side, kind of go over that bike, and I'll go over the Emonda, and I'll give you guys the pros and cons of which one I think you guys should buy at the end of the day. I know Trek has a lot of customizations you can do to it, so that's gonna vary. I mean, obviously, if you want to make your bike your own color, that's a really cool option. So Specialized out of the race on there. But if you want a nice pre-built, they're in the contender. So $12,300, the Tarmac SL7. This is their first integrated bike. They got rid of the Venge for it. It's the one bike to rule them all. The handlebars are going to be the Specialized Tarmac Aerofly 2 bars. It's a very flat aero bar. You have the cables that are hidden internally inside the bar. Then they go underneath the stem right here to the new Tarmac SL7 stem. As you guys can see, the cables go right here, get bolted down, go into the frame. They're internally routed through the head tube down to the fork for the front brake, and then the rear brake is ran all the way through the bottom. Very easy to get to. And then with the Di2, the charging box is going to be behind here on the Tarmac SL7 proprietary seat post. So you're getting a nice stem right here. Again, this is an S-Works stem with titanium bolts on here. You have the integrated mounting system right here that the bike comes with. You can put a Garmin mount, you can put a Wahoo mount, you can put a GoPro on here. They give you all the mounts that you need for it. Very cool. The paint job on here is kind of like a matte black chameleon. So you guys can kind of see that in the sun. It's like a chameleon purple, green color. And then the S-Works logo is like a gloss color, so it looks really sick. It's running their Fat 12R carbon, and the bottom bracket is going to be threaded. Going on down here, this is a through axle wheel. This bike is going to come stock with the Revolve CLX Rapide wheels. I don't know why I made that noise, like but whatever. Revolve CLX Rapide wheels. They are 51 millimeters dish up front and 35 millimeters width wide. The width of them is meant to give you the stability for more tire on the ground. Will give you more stability when going downhill and wet terrain, and also for crosswinds. The only bad thing about these wheels that everyone's hating on is that they are not tubeless ready this year. So you cannot make them tubeless. A lot of people are swapping them out or doing frame builds or selling them aftermarket because of that reason. They are not ceramic bearings either, so keep that in mind. You have your Dura-Ace rotor right there, center lock, and also your Dura-Ace caliper. You have your Dura-Ace shifters and brake levers right there as well. Going to the crank, like I said, he swapped this out, but you have a Dura-Ace crank on here. It usually comes stock with a 5236. This one on here is a 5339. You have your S-Works bolts right here on the bottle cages, right here, boom, boom. The bottom bracket is not ceramic speed as well. It usually is ceramic speed for the previous year models. On the SL7 it is not. They just give you a standard Shimano Dura-Ace bottom bracket, as you guys can see, a regular threaded BSA. Going to the top tube, you guys can see, definitely not the normal shape of a Tarmac. This is more square, more aero, definitely more of an aero profile, more sharp lines, more sharp edges. You have your integrated seat wedge right there. So it's a 4mm to tighten out your seat posts. A D-style seat post that they always kind of carried for more aerodynamics. And then you have this is a proprietary seat post, so this is something you have to think about in the future. These are all proprietary parts, but if you're this rich, you'll probably switch on bikes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you have your charging port right here for Di2. If you are rocking a SRAM red ETAP, they do have a cover plate, so you don't have to worry about that. It's gonna come stock with their specialized S-Works power saddle, $300 saddle, carbon rails, carbon body, nice wide saddle, very comfy. Going on down to the drivetrain, we have a Dura-Ace chain, a Dura-Ace front derailleur, and then the Dura-Ace Di2 rear derailleur. You have your cables right here. The cassette is going to be 1128 Shimano Dura-Ace. There will be a free body sound test at the end of the video for this bike. I'm sure you guys have heard it all before. But it's going to be DT Swiss internals with a 240 hub. And right now they have in here a 36 tooth ratchet. And you can upgrade that to a 54 or whatever you like. Bontrager and Revolve are pretty similar in that aspect, but again, with the hubs, they both use the DT internals. CLX Rapide in the wheel and the rear is going to be 60mm. So the wheels are staggered for this bike. So 51mm in the front, 60mm in the rear. Less width as well to make it more aero. You don't want as much drag in the rear. This is 31mm, whereas the front is 35. Very cool wheel set. I'm very happy with them. I actually rode them, but I mean, a lot of people are just kind of mad and pissed off about the non-tubeless, and non-ceramic speed for the same price. So keep that in consideration. I think I covered everything on this bike. And you guys can see they even changed this rear stage as well to make it look more like the Venge. Before on the SL6 it was more rounded. These are more straight, more flat, more aero. They shaved this off more, but very cool looking bike. So Tarmac SL7, they only make in two different complete frame colors for, they make 2 frame colors for Shimano Dura-Ace, 2 frame colors for SRAM ETAP, and they make like 6 frames that you can custom build up on here. Very cool bike, very lightweight, awesome. Now going on to this bad boy, this is the Trek Emonda. I kind of want to move it for the sunlight so you guys can see this thing, because this thing's freaking beautiful. I'm not working with a lot of sun, but show off as much as I can on it. Hopefully you guys get to see it. Okay, so the Trek Emonda is going to be the counterpart to the Tarmac SL7. This is Trek's new flagship bike, very lightweight. This is going to be the bike they're going to be using in climbing stages. They still have the Madone. They kept the Madone, whereas Specialized got rid of the Venge. They just made this their one bike to rule them all. This now, the Emonda is going to be more of their, yes, it has aero properties, but it doesn't lower the seat stage, so it's going to be a more comfortable ride because the seat stays are higher up here. But it still brings in the aero properties of the integrated head tube and cables up here. So you're getting a nice light climbing bike, but you still have some aero properties on there. So going up to the front, this bike retails for $9,400, as you see, with these wheels, with this group, with everything on this bike, with the custom or with the carbon fiber handlebar. So $9,400. You have a SRAM Force Grupo. This is a SRAM Force 12-speed Grupo on here. You have a full carbon fiber bar and stem integration system. The only downfall about that, it's very light, yes, but the only downfall is that if you ever want to change out your stem length, or you're not happy with the degree of it, you have to buy a whole new bar, which I'm sure is about $300 to $400. So keep that in mind. I don't know what the options are for lower models. I don't know what the options are for higher models, but I guess that they all come like this. So that's the only downfall I can think of. They made the cables run externally now. So they run, the brake cable runs underneath here actually. So it's actually a pretty cool design. So it's not like the Madone where it's all integrated. It's just ran underneath the channel right here. It goes underneath this cover plate right there, and then down to the head tube. So if you did want to lower the stem, very easy to do. If you did want to bleed the brakes, very easy to do. If you did want to change out your handlebar, very easy to do. Get away, bag. Get away from me. Get away. The Bontrager wheels on here are similar again to the Revolves. Not as wide. They don't need the aero profile on here, but they are a 40mm or 45mm depth. These are the AOULES XXX 4s. They are tubeless ready. That's the upside that they will have on here compared to the Revolves. These wheels are tubeless ready. They are Bontrager hubs. These wheels are made by Trek in-house. Similar internals as well. These are 240, I think, DT 240 hubs. The one thing is these are straight pull spokes, whereas the CLX are straight pull spokes as well. I'm an idiot. Bontrager, beautiful tires on here. I love the French flag on there. I think he's rocking latex tubes on here. But yeah, the benefit to a Project 1 Emonda is that you get to choose your paint color. It's whatever you like. So we can see right now, I posted this on my Instagram story, but let me see if I can do it again. You got the purple, you walk over here. As we walk, changes to green. It looks, I mean, that's the only thing, I gotta give Trek that. I mean, I think every company should do that. Yes, you're paying a premium price, but if people want to pay the money for it, let them. I mean, the bike is sick. Who doesn't love chrome for the logo? Who doesn't love chrome for the logo? Who doesn't love a chameleon paint job? I think that's amazing. Definitely puts you a standout. You can make your bike your own. If you have the money to buy like a $7,000 or $12,000 bike, you probably have an extra grand or two laying around to make it Project 1 to make your own. So I think that's the coolest thing that Trek does. Every bike company should adopt that. Just make it a premium price tag and people will figure out a way to pay for it if they want it. If they don't want it, they don't have to buy it. So now the carbon on here is going to be the SLR800, the OCLV. I think this is their top line carbon that they make. So he's getting a full on, similar to like an S-Works frame style carbon. That's their strongest carbon weave they make. Going down to the Emonda right here, Trek is always known to have this little like seat post thing. One, this makes the mold a lot stiffer of the frame and also a lot lighter. You can make the adjustments right here. I don't know if you want to slam it down more, you have to cut some off. I don't really work on Treks that much, so I don't know the whole aspect behind this, but I mean, I used to work on bikes with like Giant back in the day that had that. I didn't like it as much, but I'm sure if you work on them enough, you get used to it, so it doesn't really matter. Saddle is the Aulus Elite. Similar looking to the Power. It is not a carbon rail saddle. It is not a carbon rail body. I'm sorry, carbon body either. It's just plastic and titanium rails. But again, it's a $9,400 bike compared to a 12.3. So keep that in mind. This bike does not come with a power meter. It is SRAM Force, 4835, 12 speed, so 48 big chainring, 35 small chainring. I believe this bike is threaded bottom bracket. I don't know. Please let me know that in the comment section below. I'm an idiot. You have the cool little Project 1 logo right there. You have the SRAM Force flat top or flat side chain on there. The customer chose a 10-speed configuration with a 33 tooth on the cassette. You have your wireless SRAM Force batteries right here. Boom, pop off. If you ever run out of juice, swap it with the front. You're good to go. Very easy to charge. Accessibility is really cool. Trek is known for also integrating their own cadence sensor and speed sensors on here. Very cool. But also, I feel like they can, I mean, it's their design. Who am I to judge it? But if I want to add something to my bike, I would like to add it. I don't want the extra grams this is adding. I don't want to pay for grams. Maybe I don't ride a computer. I don't like it. So, but I think it's cool and integration, and that's a way of the future. So, very cool. Again, Bontrager XXX 4 wheels. And then the hub on here is going to be a Bontrager hub. I think a rebrand of a 240. Again, these wheels are not ceramic speed. I do have a sound test for these at the end of the video as well. They sound sick. Bontrager always, I like Bontrager, I like Revol. I mean, Trek, I can't hate on the company. They're great bikes. They make insane bikes, very similar to Specialized. So yeah, that's my video on these two bikes. I hope I didn't bore you guys enough. I know you guys have seen that bike so much. I just want to compare. This is my first time seeing this bike in person. I'm very happy with it. If you guys are thinking about getting a Trek Emonda, go for it. It's a beautiful bike. It's absolutely insane if you can find one. I know this bike has been a long time to get one. If you guys are interested and you guys are local in the area, send me an email. I know some guys who might be able to get you one. I know they're very hard to find, but I got some good connects. So with that being said, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you want more content. I do have the new Hot Walk Carbon for my little baby boy that I bought him for some reason because I'm stupid. And I'm gonna be doing an unboxing and building of that thing as well, and give you some weight specs on that thing. I thought it would just be fun. Hopefully I can have him ride it for like a day and sell it to cut my losses for the content, but I'll do it for you guys. Thank you guys again so much. You guys always make this fun. I'll see you guys next video. All right, Tarmac SL7 Revol CLX Rapide wheels stock. All right, guys, free up body sound test on the Trek Emonda. Sounds sick.